Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed since last time. GOP Congress targets Social Security and abortion rights on first day. Within hours of assuming control of both houses of the U.S. Congress, Republican lawmakers approved a new rule that makes it more difficult to reallocate money between the Social Security Retirement Fund and the Social Security Disability Fund. Such reallocations have been relatively routine in the past. Now, this new rule requires that such reallocations be balanced by either new revenue, which means taxes, which the GOP members of Congress are very unlikely to approve, or cuts in benefits, the prospect of which sends blood rushing to the tips of many withered Republican penises. Oh, and on that very same day, House Republicans introduced a bill to ban late-term abortions. 114th Congress. I can tell already. I'm gonna fucking hate you. Man Book founder threatens women who sign up. No, Milton didn't grow a beard. That's Joshua Boehm, founder of Man Book, the men-only alternative to Facebook. He's also a thin-skinned reactionary misogynist who's been known to dock-drop people who criticize him and who has a history of falsely accusing women of making false rape allegations. Nice guy. On the blog section of Man Book, shortly after the site went live at the end of December, Boehm wrote an article which has since been restricted from public view, where he says, among other things, quote, "If you, meaning women, are unwilling to respect our right to freedom of association, do not expect men to respect your right to life." It would seem that some women had been signing up for Boehm's men-only social network just for a laugh, and I can see that that's very distressing for him. I can only imagine what that must feel like. Well, Joshua, if you're watching and if you still feel like crying about this, perhaps I could persuade some of my female feminist friends to send you a gift so that all that bawling self-pity won't completely go to waste. Just be sure to send it back when it's full, okay? Florida counties end courthouse weddings in wake of same-sex marriage ruling. In response to a federal court ruling striking down the state's ban on same-sex marriage, 14 Florida counties have announced they will no longer be offering courthouse weddings. They'll still be issuing marriage licenses because they have to, but no more quickie courthouse marriages. It seems that too many employees at the various county clerks' offices were uncomfortable with the prospect of having to officiate weddings for same-sex couples. So now they won't be officiating weddings for anybody. The problem, the Pasco County Clerk of Court told the Tampa Bay Times, is we can't discriminate. Oh, I don't think that's the problem. County Councilman threatens to sue newspaper for using his name without permission. And now in local news, Kirby DeLauder, a councilman in Frederick County, Maryland, which is one county over from my county, threatened to sue a newspaper reporter who used his name in an article without his permission. I have no idea where Kirby DeLauder got the idea that newspapers need to obtain permission to write about public figures, much less elected officials. But if he intends on persisting in this kind of cranky, oddball behavior, can I at least suggest that he move to Hagerstown, where I'm sure he will feel totally at home. And, I mean, come on, it's not like he can fuck up Hagerstown any worse than it is, right? I don't know. Actually, that's an awfully hubristic thing to say. Better not chance it. Kirby, stay right where you are. Charlie Hebdo shooting triggers fresh eruption of Islamophobia. The deadly shootings last week at the Paris offices of satirical newspaper Charlie Hebdo inspired stirring displays of solidarity from people of all faiths all around the world. Additionally, and unfortunately, French mosques were attacked, calls for racial profiling were renewed, and numerous public statements made from within the Muslim community condemning the massacre were ignored in order to denounce Islam as an inherently violent religion. It's true, the gunmen behind the attack were Muslims, and no person or group of people should ever feel entitled to force those outside their church to respect the rules of their church through threat of violence or force of law. But in the wake of this tragedy, I would hope that we can all take a lesson from the people of Sydney, Australia, who last month responded to a hostage crisis initiated by a Muslim gunman by standing alongside Muslims in their community rather than ostracizing and vilifying them. The short-term solution to crimes like these is to find and prosecute the people responsible. But the long-term solutions are education, communication, and humanity. The more we do to encourage fear, suspicion, and marginalization, the more we fuel the extremism we mean to oppose. The hardest part is only picking 5. Catch you next time.